Derby. All these hoes follow me. I'm a thought leader. If he press me, I'ma pull out that 9mm. Derby. Yeah. My life a TV show. I got a fat Peter. Why he trying to turn that hoe into a keeper? They say 9/11 was done by Al Qaeda. Osama bin Laden was his leader. Wait. Brody failed no fap and cut off his wiener. Alright, let me stop. Look, I honestly hate to bring attention to these people. Okay? By people, I mean these slimy, grimy nut goblins. I get it. What are they doing? Some hoes running around, making a bunch of money, sleeping with dudes again. Who would have guessed? But this one, it is kind of interesting. It's just interesting. What am I to do? I don't know how else to explain it, but to say that it's interesting. This is from New York Post. I'm on a mission to stop virgin men joining angry incel communities. Here's how I am performing this public service. She's making a cell to stop incels. A model says she's planning to sleep with virgin men to give them a great first experience and stop them from joining angry incel forums. Cami Strella, who makes $220,000 a month on Onlyfans. All right, no, $220. That's light. My second cousin makes that
mission farm endless attention. Yep.
Cami Strella, who makes $220 a month on OnlyFans, says she's been inspired to help inexperienced youngsters after watching the Netflix crime drama Adolescence, which centers around the dangers of the incel community. I haven't watched that yet. Maybe I'll make a video about that. That sounds interesting.
The sad thing about Adolescence is it's such a fucking nothing burger. Like, it literally is just government-funded propaganda that doesn't even have a fucking purpose. You know, despite being 4 episodes, it feels like a goddamn eternity. Because it's really just... Excuse me, my gut. I had 4 burgers for dinner, so it's just... That's too much red meat. Anyway, nothing fucking happens. Nothing. It's like, there's a scene that's so goddamn cringe. I know this is in the ER video. You know, if you've seen the ER video, you already know what I'm talking about. But there's like a scene where he's seeing this therapist, and the fucking, she wasn't a therapist. Was she the lawyer? Whatever. He's talking one-on-one with this fucking... This, was it it might have been a lawyer, whatever. This is chick that he sits with and is talking to her for a while. And this is a little, like, 12-year-old boy, right? And the way that it's framed, we're supposed to be afraid of him. Unironically, women are supposed to be afraid of a little 12-year-old boy who's, like, raging and in denial that he murdered the girl and shit. And like the chick is literally like afraid of his outbursts. A little kid, a weak ass kid. They're smash burgers, to be fair. They were not they were not 4 like quarter-pound patties. They're probably, the 4 burgers is probably like half a pound of meat or less than half a pound. I don't know. It's not much. It's 4 smash burgers. Fatty. I mean, they're lean. They're lean ass burgers because 1, they're literally smashed, and 2, they're grilled to shit, because my brother is well, actually they're not like well done or anything, but they're grilled well, you know. They're probably like medium well, so they're not greasy. There's no grease at all. It's too late to clarify. What do you mean? They're lean.
Blue getting arrested. Now I'm getting distracted. Hold on. Busted by police? Oh yeah, that's probably a stunt. I thought I was finally hearing some good news. Okay, well now I'm just going down a whole rabbit hole, clicking these New York Post related articles. OnlyFans star hits goal of sleeping with 1,000 men in 2025.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
One day. Can we just stop? It's a whole trend now. It's a sex marathon. I don't want to keep making videos about this, but
It's funny. Like, Gerber, he made a vid. He disabled comments because I think it was too black-pilled. But now I'm playing with them? Alright.
These these people are fucking crazy. I said this would happen. I said it would spread. Why do they look so cursed, dude? People say that's not real. The stare. Bro, why do they all look the same? And why are they my looks match? I can't take this shit anymore. In another universe, this is a normal girl and we're out frolicking picking berries. Because here's the crazy part. They're not necessarily genetically unattractive. It's their actions that make their face look like this and look crazy. If this girl was normal and treated herself normally, you know, didn't do this kind of stuff, she would actually look different. Like, she would actually be a pretty person. How could you not believe it? It reflects in your face, I swear. She engaged in acts with 583 people over 6 hours. No one was turned away. Uh-huh. Yeah. Some promised to fly from United States. She announced her engagement. Like, what even is going on anymore?
Yeah, I heard about this. She only dated the guy like a week, and yet got engaged. Like, what? How do you even find these beta bucks like cuckold people? I genuinely don't understand. Like, she dated a dude a week, and then he proposed to her, and then she slept with 500 people in a day, or whatever the fuck. It's like, this is how you know society's fucked, that these people weren't immediately killed after that happened. Because that's what would have happened in other societies. Maybe not everyone, because, well, it'd basically be impossible to sleep with 500 people before modern civilization. But, you know, I want 13-inch Fuda. What a name.
I can't believe it. Apparently she got pretty hurt while doing this, which isn't surprising. Had to get checked in. I don't want to keep talking about it, but it's unbelievable. If they keep pulling stunts like this, I don't really have a choice in the matter. This is Jackass level shit. These people are getting hospitalized from fucking. Jackass would turn this down. Early 2000s MTV would deny this. This is too irreverent and dangerous. I don't even know where it goes from here. They're going to start doing it with dogs. They're going to start lighting their...
Yep.
their fucking...
Yeah, honestly, they should. Fuck it. Just see what people will tolerate. Just see what people will tolerate. Fuck it. Just... I'm accelerationist with this shit, because if people are not going to lynch these in Minecraft, lynch these bitches and all the men who sleep with them in Minecraft, then fuck it. Just go as extreme as possible.
Snatch on fire?
Yeah, dude. For Jackass Forever, I thought we went too far. When I covered my living room...
You guys are misunderstanding. Of course white women already sleep with dogs. I mean, as a stunt, as a Onlyfans thing. I don't know if you're just joining us or you can't read the words on the screen, which wouldn't surprise me. This is chat we're talking about. As literal, like, you know, as one of these sex stunt things for the news, a public stunt, yeah.
Rocket fuel and burnt my skin off. And when Knoxville fractured his spine with that bull, but then Rachel put a firecracker in her vag and got raw dogged by 10,000 second-generation immigrants.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, man.
That's my Steve-O impression.
It's not too bad.
Down in the comments. All right, back to the original story. I consider this a form of public service, the bombshell told Jam Press. I want to help those who have never had sex before avoid going down a bad path. All the virgins will be aged 18 and over, with Strella looking to help men who may struggle socially or lack confidence. People have a desperate need for connection, she explained. But we live in a world that offers instant gratification through things like dating apps, without providing a deeper bond. I want to show...
Okay, well, 1 million people having sex with a sex worker is not a deeper bond. What is this retardation? For as dumb as women can be, I don't think even this bitch is this dumb. She knows she's lying. That's such an obvious fucking lie. Like, pretend you're helping out incels by sleeping with 500 people. Are you fucking kidding? This is fucking disgusting. Absolutely vile and disgusting. There's going to be a new STD that comes out of shit like this. It's going to be straight out of hell. Fucking hell, mega monkeypox 3.0 from having sex with 1,000 men. Some kind of chimera antichrist demon STD. That's what's going to happen.
Them what real connection can look like, even when it's with a sex worker. The content creator further proclaimed, in my opinion, that kind of connection can feel validating, and when it's done right, it can actually be therapeutic. Drella, who is a former neuroscience student, says many young men simply want to be seen and validated. And for those who might raise their eyebrows about fellas forking out cash to get into bed with her, the beauty says it's better than the alternative. I definitely believe that engaging with a sex worker is a much healthier thing to do than go.
How does... There are plenty of... Escort sell is literally a term. Escort sell is a term. Having sex with a prostitute does not suddenly make you not a fucking black pill doomer guy. Like, this is just stupidity. This is complete idiocy.
Going on an incel forum, Strella said, they are following people that they think are thought leaders, but those men don't know anything about masculinity. If I can give someone a safe, judgment-free space to explore, I'd love to do that, she declared. What a brave and wonderful woman. Where does one sign up for this treatment? Asking for a friend. Okay, typical. See, this is just fascinating to me. I'm going to have to do a play-by-play here. It's too much to unpack all at once. He wants to give them a great first experience and stop them from joining angry incel forums. Okay, she might have good intentions.
No.
It's like fighting fire with gasoline. Will having this quote-unquote great first experience stop them from joining these forums, radicalizing? Maybe for 30 minutes.
Yes.
Maybe for 30 minutes before they get horny again and they're unable to say shit. Are you going to be there forever? Are you going to be there forever to continuously give them this experience? No. They're going to get it once. It's going to feel fake. Then you're going to leave. It doesn't end. You don't have sex once and then go, and then you're not radicalized. It comes back. It's a bottomless pit. Ever fed, never satisfied, never fed, ever satisfied. That is the case with lust. Constant sexual satiation, constant gooning, constantly trying to chase girls, all this stuff, constantly nutting. This is kind of a de-radicalization agent. It takes away your fire. It takes away your balls. And that's a bad thing. If young men didn't have these copes like online pornography and all these Onlyfans stars that are clearly making a lot of money, if young men weren't constantly indulging these things and cooming, they could actually be changing the world. The amount of sad, lonely, disaffected young men out there is a lot. But if all of them were unable to cope in this way, they would cultivate an inner fire, which then would allow, there's enough of these guys, they could build alternative systems. They could really change things. They could be reshaping the world.
Or kill people. Start a revolution of some kind of boogaloo, maybe. Yes, yeah. Porn is to sedate the masses. That is why it exists. That is 1000% why pornography exists, to sedate the masses. And that is what it's done. Video games also do that, but porn is like the ultimate one.
To their will, instead of being subject to the broader culture and their misery, but they lose the ability to do so when they constantly cope. When the internet, when all these copes, when especially gooning takes away their balls. She makes $220,000 a month. The crazy thing about this is that the actual money guys are paying to see her is more. Onlyfans, the company has to take the cut. She doesn't get 100% of the revenue that these guys are paying. So actually when you see these figures, it's even worse. Guys give even more money. This is just their cut. This is what they make.
This is just so comical reading this shit. I consider this a form of public service. I want to help those who have never had sex before avoid going down a bad path. The kid in adolescence was 12. What the fuck does it have to do with this? Did she even watch the show? Are you admitting you're a pedophile? What are you talking about? This is so dumb that it's actually infuriating. Oh my, dude, what the hell? Are the servers fucked?
Onlyfans also gets their percentage, which is a large percentage. It's a very profitable corporation. And as it happens, what Onlyfans does with a good, healthy sum of the money they get is they donate it to buy missiles to blow up children. It's not even a joke. That's real. That's real. Do not.
OnlyFans owner pledged $11 million to Israel lobby. I see. Yeah. Porn website donates to Israel. Interesting. OnlyFans billionaire owner Leonid Radvinsky. Someone go ahead and look up his early life. I feel like I don't have to. But, you know, feel free. And his wife reportedly pledged $11 million to the powerhouse pro-Israel lobby, American Israel Public Affairs Committee, or IPAC. Let's see. According to confidential internal documents reviewed by the Lever, IPAC reported a massive $90 million fundraising haul in the month following Hamas's October 7th attack against Israel. One contribution stood out, $11 million pledge from a Mr. Anonymous and Katie Chudnovsky. Largest listed contribution. Okay.
Real. Do not get it twisted. This connection is not some surface level, vacuous political coincidence that OnlyFans, the pornography prostitution company, is helping to fund genocide. No, these things are actually intrinsically morally connected by the strain of evil that they both share. People like this are the whole reason incels exist. Because it's not about sex. That's a very surface level way of looking about it. Sure, some men are frustrated, but we find when the entire society is over-sexualized, promiscuity is made normal. What happens when the society becomes over-sexualized? There's no sort of social contract, boundaries of shame, or ethical framework. We find our mating patterns begin to resemble a pack of primates. Let me just try to cook here. These are my thoughts. This is the Slop channel. All I do is talk. That's kind of what a human is. It's like we're animals, but we're not. We have this consciousness. We built all this stuff, but we definitely have an animalistic nature. The more this animalistic nature is indulged, the more it grows. In a pack of primitives, as is also the case with primitive humans, we now know because we have mapped the genome, we can track the mitochondrial DNA only passed down through the mother. In a pack of primitives, many men will not mate. They will not pass on.
He's going to bring it up.
What does this mean in my model? Any deviation from monogamy, which is lifelong partnerships formed young, will mean incels. Is this woman monogamous? No. The opposite. Then she is causing incels. The reason why we call this system of mating primitive is because civilization cannot occur in this sort of environment. Because it turns out these excess men cause quite a bit of problems. And the level of constant sexual competition is so high that nothing can ever get done. Monogamy has to be actively pursued and preserved because hunter-gatherer men and women both were promiscuous and did not maintain lifelong monogamous relationships as a rule. What it does is it pairs people up early, so it eliminates this excess competition, so then civilization can occur. Think about it. You get married in your late teens, early 20s. Now you have this stable home. You're not in this endless rat race competition for mating. You can actually focus on working to provide for that family, focus on building skills.
Yeah, I mean, what reason, to just sum this up, what reason does the modern man have to contribute to civilization? They have nothing. I mean, if you don't have a wife and kids, why would you fight for this society? There is literally no purpose. Why would you work hard? You work just hard enough to survive. That's it. There's no reason to try and, build toward the future. There's no reason to have, inventors, innovators, anything that would push us forward. If anything, it's the opposite. You should pray for the collapse, because then, at least in the chaos, either you get killed or you get a bitch forcefully in Minecraft, of course. But at least maybe something will happen instead of you just laying down and rotting for the rest of your life. So yeah, there's literally no reason to contribute to Western civilization. It doesn't matter, like, neither political party is fighting for the incels, and they never will, because that would require acknowledging the woman problem, and that would mean you get no female voters, right? It also means other things, but the most basic non-schizo take would be no one's voting for the party that supports incels. So you just lost 50% of the vote immediately, because women want Chad. They don't want even the average male, because in their heads, 80% of men are below average, as we know. So, yeah, we're fucked. We're fucked, basically. I'm shocked we didn't find a match. We found matches so fast.
Doing all this stuff. Guys get endlessly caught up in this treadmill trying to attract women. It's endless selfishness, looks maxing, all this shit, instead of building a community. Non-monogamy equals incels. That's very intuitive. That's like in the definition. It also turns out that when people get in lifelong monogamous relationships, that's what makes them happier and healthier. It makes them live longer. It gives them a reason to live. According to the longest running study of human happiness, this is how it works. Of course, promiscuity, Onlyfans, sleeping around, gooning, all of these things run counter to having this relationship. Love and lust are opposed principles. It does not mean there's no physicality or any of that. But all of this carnality, all of this freaky shit, there are no long-lasting couples that are really into that. It always falls apart. Long-lasting couples are wholesome. They're not these sex freaks. You look at them and you don't get like a vibe. That's just weird. Everything is so goony. Everything is so goonerish. It's unbelievable. When an old woman is sitting in a nursing home and spooning oatmeal into her husband's mouth, grandma and grandpa, there's no lust there. There's no sexy. There's no ooh. There's all that's gone. Only the love remains. You see now they're two completely different things. In fact, they're diametrically opposed to each other. The more that lust is indulged, the more that love will die. Here's something interesting. The whole way this is framed is just crazy. I consider this a form of public service, the bombshell, told Jam Press. I want to help those who have never had sex before avoid going down a bad path.
That's what I read earlier.
What gives you the right to determine what a bad path is? The way it's framed is that men are going down this crazy path. They're getting radicalized. What I refuse to really acknowledge or look at in my last video about politics, the political divide between men and women, is that if you look at the charts, specifically for these three, I don't know what the fuck's going on in South Korea. That's a different beast. It's not that men are really going right-wing. It's that women are just going super left-wing.
Yes.
Women are the ones deviating from...
Yeah, this is what I keep saying about Zoomers. Like, people keep saying Zoomers are like the ultra-base generation, but this right here in the US, you can see men are just going to the center on average. Are they more right-wing than millennials? Yes. You can see right here, right? But women are ultra mega communists, like the farthest left, like crazy ass communist bitches, and then men are just centrists. The Zoomer man on average is an apathetic centrist. They're not a chud. They're an apathetic centrist because they're clown-pilled, right? It looks like Germany's going a little based. A little bit. Look at how cucked the men in the UK are. God damn, that's bad. How is it that fucking bad? Maybe that's because of the immigrants. So many, but Muslims are not left-wing, so I don't know how they're determining that. So it can't be the immigrants. I don't fucking know. That's extremely cucked, though. How is it that fucking bad? I'm assuming with South Korea, that's just because the parties are flipped. I don't think the men are actually left-wing in South Korea. I think that this is misleading. But whatever.
From the mean. Women are the ones being radicalized. Guys just want some money, some friends, a relationship, a girl. They just want love. This person is the one acting radical. This person is the one acting insane. Guys just want
Not all
love.
the
They just
Muslims
wanna
are
be
immigrants.
seen.
Not all the Muslims are immigrants, bro. Tourist, please. You're killing me. You're killing me, tourist.
I suppose she was right in saying that. You're the one acting like a fucking crazy person, running around fucking all these people. Look at what you do. Look at your actions. They are being radicalized. Look at yourself.
That game had 5
You are the
incels, including
radical
Raider.
one.
Really?
Women are the radical ones. They're the ones acting ridiculous and radical.
Oh, well,
in
here's my Raider game.